All right, we've made it to our last band of the afternoon. On stage before you is the UAB Honor Band Festival Band, led by Dr. Joe Parisi. Dr. Joe Parisi is a curator's professor at the UMKC Conservatory, where he conducts the Conservatory Wind Ensemble and serves as a conducting and music education faculty member. Dr. Parisi is recognized globally for his work as a clinician, conductor, performer, artist, pedagogue, and scholar. He's a heck of a conductor, a fantastic trumpet player. We're so very pleased to have him here conducting our festival band. Please welcome Dr. Joe Parisi.
Thank you so much. We have had a beautiful time these 10 hours celebrating music. I know you have a lot of music in your program. We read through most of it, and the program before you is a program that they decided on. And I think it's important that I explain the next piece to you. Otherwise, you're probably wondering what I'm doing up here. Looks like I'm landing airplanes. We 7. Now, I know that we are inundated with all these independent people flying spaceships to outer space, but I want you to imagine the first culture to do that. We're Americans. We were in a race with Russia, and we were kind of realizing that Sputnik was an issue, so we wanted to be special and do something unique and orbit the Earth. So these 7 astronauts who trained to do that wrote a book about that experience called We 7. This piece was written by a student of mine 10 years ago, celebrating its 10th anniversary. Someone who wanted to be an astronaut, but didn't quite have the physical criteria to do so, and instead took their passion and wove it into a piece called We 7 to celebrate the book that those astronauts from the Mercury 7 wrote. What I want you to pay attention to is what's going on stage. This is a new experience for everyone on stage. It has graphic notation and aleatoric notation where you see me just navigating time periods. They have boxes that they get to play from, but they have to listen to their colleagues to determine how and when, based on how they feel it should enter and exit sound. The sounds that you hear, mostly in the solos, that you'll hear in Andrea, Joanna, Anthony, I'm trying to remember, Payson, in those instruments, and the notes are based on the names of those astronauts. Now you're thinking, uh-oh, this could be interesting. What's also amazing is that while they were training, they were listening to Madame Butterfly. A particular aria, Un bel dì vedremo, which is a beautiful day we will see. And what Derek, who wrote this, envisioned was that not only did they train with this music, but when they were in outer space and being one of the first few people to see the Earth from that aspect, they were hearing that in the space capsule. It's a magnificent, fun work for us. They've done great work. This is not an easy thing to put together in the amount of time we've had. We 7, Derek Jenkins. Dr. Murray, Dr. Morantz, thank you for everything. Cameron, Dakota, all the helpers with this group were absolutely incredible. Charlie with percussion, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're hitting and moving a lot of things. I do a lot of these across the country, and I had to worry about nothing. The future of music education is in good hands. And these human beings being mentored by these great professors, there's no doubt. So thank you to all of them for making this possible. Thanks for inviting me. I am not a UAB alum, but I have a child that I pay tuition for to come here. So that's kind of cool. And that's all the way from Missouri. You have a beautiful place. Celebrate it and share the love. And I told them, for the parents out there, I asked them to think about why they love music, not the act of traveling to an event or winning an award, but why they actually love music. So when you go home, ask them what they enjoyed about the process, and hopefully it won't be a one-word answer. No one-word answers. Okay? We're going to end with the second movement of a piece by Viet Cong called Diamond Tide, and it is a fabulous piece. You need to understand that the percussionists are doing all kinds of things. Can you show them what you're doing at the beginning? And this, again, Dr. Fambro here, who is our assistant director and percussion instructor, was monumental in making things like this happen. Would you just play a little bit of what you get to do at the beginning of this? Ready? And 1, 2, here you go. And then they tip the glasses to change the frequency. Please don't try this at home. It's Viet Cong's musical image of what it's like to try to break down one of the hardest substances we know, a diamond. And if you know that you have to heat it to extraordinary temperatures and it turns into not a diamond anymore. But this is called Diamond Tide, the second movement. Thank you so much.